I don't mind my desktop. I just got through using it to load it all up full of junk, and I haven't had time to go through it all yet. Here I'm going to open up the CsvView program and come up here and get a flight that I recently just did, and I'm going to open up, click there. I'm going to go get some signals. These up in here are files. I've got particular stuff I already know what I want. Just gotta find it. Let's see, is there anything I want in here? No. Alright, so I know I want something from Addy. I want this Vil H. That's the speed of the aircraft. I want the pitch. I want to talk about that. And that's it from in there. Okay, and then from the motor, I want just, matter of fact, I don't think I want the motor, just the motor speed. Now the right rear back, the R back, that happens to be the fastest spinning motor. You're always going to get your most highest RPMs from that motor. So I always use it as my reference that I get my stuff from. Let me see, there's one more thing's of data here. Oh, right here. In the RC, I want the elevator. Okay, update. And here's all that data. So you see down here along the bottom, it shows you which things of data that you're looking at. The red, the red line. In this case, this is going to be the speed. The green, the lime green color, that's going to be the pitch on the aircraft. The blue, this time around, is going to be the RPMs of that right rear motor, and then the elevator is going to be, what is that? I can't tell. Gray or something. It's this line. It's this line right here. This square right here. So if you look, I got 1, 2, 3. Those are 3 flights that I did, and within those flights, that's the data from in those flights. So basically, from this point here over to here, that's me returning back to start, setting up. And then from right here over to here, that's from me taking off, flying until I let off of it right here. Alright, so to explain some of these things, now what's cool about this CsvView tool here, which is awesome, is you see the plus sign there. You see that this color right here on this greenish colored, there's a little round ball moving around on it. Well, where that round ball is, if you look down here on the bottom, in that color, this it's going to show you that number. So that number you're looking at, that's where that ball's traveling at on that line. If we're on the red line, like right there, you see it says 20, 21.3 down there on the bottom, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2. Okay. Watch it, we'll take it all the way up, get it up here to the highest point, somewhere right in here. That's showing you the speed. In this case, it's millimeters per second. And the flight pitch, what we'll look at is look down below here where I'm moving it. This is the one part of the flight pitch that we're going to pay attention to, is right here, this deal right in through here. Okay, so this is the start of the flight. Now the very lowest point for the pitch is when it's at its most amount of pitch. So you can see in this case, I'm at the lowest point, and looking at the green graph down there, that says it's minus 41.6 degrees of pitch right there. And as we move along, now that starts to go up, meaning the AC is starting to level off as it goes. See, now it's at 36.8. There's 35.5, and that gives you an idea of what that aircraft's doing, the pitch of it throughout the course of that flight right there. All right. So that's not really good, because that's a whole lot of tilt right off the get-go, and it shoots up, and then it just levels off, and then it starts dropping down back to being more tilted again. Okay, so we get like back down here at this one point. Oh, I messed something up there. I'll fix that. Okay, down at this low point here, and it's going back to tilting the other way. Well, when you're going that speed, that's just going to slow it down, which is probably why you see up here on the top, remember red is our speed of the craft up here at the top of this graph. That's why it starts going down again. It starts slowing down. That's all because the front of the craft started to go into a tilt. And why it did that, I don't know. Now we'll move to the next one, the second deal. And if you look at the pitch down here at the start, there again, a lot of tilt, and then it shoots up, and then you're seeing the craft go up and down like a pogo stick, up and down, you know, like right here we're at 34.1, and then down here we're at 39.1. So then we'll look at the top. If you look up here at the top, that red line, we're going real fast right at the get-go, and then it starts slowing down, and that, I'm messing with it here. That's why it's slowing down, is because that pitch down there, the front end of the craft is going up and down like a pogo stick. Not good. Why is that happening? I think it's a particular setting. I can't think of right off. Let me think. It's one of those range ones. There's the Tours range and the tilt. Oh, the tilt gyro, I think is what it is. That right there, I had it too loose. Like I set it up like 100 above default, and I think it caused it to perform like that with the tilt. Now, if you look on the third and last pass down here, at the bottom down here, our or our pitch, I mean, tilt, whatever you want to call it. It's the best one of all of them because it's gradually going up, up, up. So what that means is it's tilted down, so you get the best effect. This is all my fault. This is happening, so I have to apologize for that. It's the way I got my thumb pad set up, and I need to move over a little bit. It won't do that. Anyway, you go in. You got a lot of tilt starting off, and then the craft is becoming more and more level. So with that, it's going to pick up the most speed. And if you look up there at the top, it's building speed as it goes all the way. Now there's a hiccup right there. I'm not sure exactly what caused that little hiccup right there. But then it builds the speed back up, and this is probably the fastest point of the whole flight, 22.6. So now this wasn't a very fast flight. This whole deal wasn't. But this was today, and we had no wind. So I think 51 mile an hour was probably like the fastest that I saw today. And it was this flight right here. So we had like 0 wind. All right, so now something else I can show you here is we can zoom in on this stuff. So let me zoom in like this right here. All right, now here's that whole deal. It's all zoomed in now, and this basically it's showing you. So we start out down here on the lowest peak, and we're at minus 42 degrees of tilt, and it takes off in just in a short time, and before you know it, it's went back the other way, clear back to minus 33.7, and then it starts shooting back the other way downwards again, up, down, up, and that's not good. So, some of that could be just a matter of those propellers, how they're swivel. They're not a locked propeller, and it could be some situation like that. So, let's see. I got somebody here.
multicopterpilots.com